Hello, welcome again to the African Time. Well, US is you all know they are on South Africa concerning the white genocide. They are on Nigeria concerning the Christian genocide, and they are also now they are newly member of the American hate list on Africa is Cameroon. Well, see this recently was shared by the Reuters on Africa saying Cameroon's opposition leader Issa Chiroma Bakari said on Friday he had been escorted to a secure location by soldiers loyal to him for his protection, a move that could signal a split within the army following a dispute election. Well, that was what the Reuters are saying, that the Cameroonian opposition leader have been moved to a safe place concerning tips of him being targeted by certain individuals. So this is what the U.S. Senate of Foreign Affairs actually had to say with this. He said that the corrupt Beya regime in Cameroon has its political opponents, enables ruggedness illicit activities, and has created the conditions for jihadist groups like Boko Haram and ISIS to thrive and fuel the Anglophone crisis. The regime has staged a sham re-election and unlawfully detained American citizens, including those from Idaho. Cameroon is not a U.S. partner and poses economic insecurity risk to the American people. It is time to reassess this relationship before the blockback gets worse. So this was shared by the Senate Foreign Relations Committee chairman. So Senate Foreign, So that is what it was actually shared by the Senate Foreign Relations Committee chairman of the U.S. Senate Foreign Affairs. They are actually now saying that what is wrong with Paul Bayi and his works? Man is actually forming and helping Wagner. We all know Wagner, right? Yeah, the Russian army or missionaries. And also they are saying that they are also making it easy for jihadist groups that such as the Boko Haram, the ISIS to operate in the Anglophone countries. And they're saying that it's about time US readdress their commitment and their relationship with Cameroon. Yeah, US are now also on target on Cameroon now. From South Africa, white genocide, to Nigerian Christian genocide, and now to Paul Bayi's, what would you call this though? What kind of genocide would this be? Enablement of ISIS or jihadism in Anglophone countries? Come on, bruh. Well, listen, but when this was shared, seems like a lot of Cameroonians were having misfeelings. Some were saying that it's good, the US needs to intervene. Others are saying that we don't need US in our sovereignty or in our personal affairs. We'll see the comment section though. This one says Beya was never legitimately This one says Beya was never legitimately elected, despite the electoral fraud systematically orchestrated by his regime. The opposition Chiroma secured a decisive, undeniable victory. The results were clear and reflected the will of the people in the face of manipulation and intimidation. Wow. Again, this one said, thank you, Senator Foreign. America can help Cameroon liberate themselves from this diabolic dictator who for 43 years has imposed himself on Cameroonian people. The result, his legitimate stay in power, is the reason why so many Cameroonians risk their life migrating to the US illegally. Wow. What's Bo trying to do though? Again, this one says that the situation is getting worse, Mr. Chairman. The US needs to use its influence to pressure the corrupt. The military shoots unarmed civilians who are protesting. The number of deaths since October 12th is underreported. The time is short to act a situation getting out of hand. Wow, these are all Cameroonians and what they're actually saying and hopefully wanting the US to intervene. Again, this one says it's always easy to act like you care once the damage is done. Where were you when we were calling for electoral reforms? When we demanded that Elecom official publish the national electoral rule? When we asked the UN to explain why it signed a secret agreement with Elecom in the violation of our laws? Why were you then? You are not dumb. Stop pretending you care. It's very likely that your own interests are now at risk, and that is why you suddenly claim to be on our side. That's a Cameroonian right there, and man is accusing the US of not being serious, and why are they always late to show up, and what is actually a signal that they are also changing faces and concerned about the whole issue. And lastly, bro says, we Cameroonians applaud your involvement in this matter. If the current political situation in Cameroon is not addressed, jihadists might take advantage of it and increase their influence in the sub-region. So basically, that is how it is though. Some believe that the US needs to interfere, whilst others are saying that they should stay off from Cameroon and anything that they have to do with their sovereignty, they can take out their mouth. What do you think as an African, where do you stand to be, and what do you think actually is the game plan the US is actually playing though? From South Africa to Nigeria and now to Cameroon, What are these people up to? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section though. Let me see.